Like he trying to. I had me some breaks by the morning. I had a sis by the morning. I got on a meat, no pneumonia. The rats kicked me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture me. You got the picture me. Pacific ice on my ocean. Ready for war like I'm Russia. Ladies should never the luggage. My diamonds they tussling. My neck and my belly. They call it for me and they. You want me like me and I look. Yeah. So much. Yeah. B-Rex better calm down. Yeah. If you go around, come around. Yeah. Whole squad. Yeah. Squad goes on me. Yeah. Make some orange gel on my toes. Yeah. Farrakhan glass for the chosen. Yeah. You can go and get mad. Jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth. Man, who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad. You too. Dripping my swag. Something to do with that. I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving them. I told him to 100 like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. They'll run. It's Rodgers. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Tomlinson again, a first down carry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
All right, here we go. 319! 319!
On second down, it's Tomlinson. Spinning away. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll run Tomlinson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Tomlinson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain.
Superstars out. Brand new cars. We buy the ball now. Swing doors now. Now smash. Shots and goals. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't ski. Splash. Think about post now on the ground. Man, the leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. Don't think I'm ready. You got that swag. You got that salt, then sell it. Free mind. Cash them out, we bailin'. Saw my teacher, I was the same student felon. Now I got a lawyer, straight cash, no settlement. I'm out my element, out my element. My the same, don't need no clout, no fame. No clout, bought the game. All brand new chain, I swerve the lane. Call the group the gang. Whip that thing, whip it. This shit give me, ooh, yeah. Them boys fool you trying to do it, bring the don't want no, they pull up with they it's times 3, this how it go. Park $1 million at the we gon' make 'em eat that until we go. Eat it up. Rich straight to the top floor. More PJs than PJ. Rich like water, go to Cabo. Flash. Cash in the walls, hollow. Cash. Your money too small, micro. Huncho on the call, gotta Superstars out. Brand new cars. We buy the ball now. Swing doors now. Now smash. Shots and goals. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't ski. Splash. Think about post now on the ground. Man, the leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. Think about post now on the ground. Man, the leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers.
Ice the game, had to ice the game. So much ice, too much, had to ice the lane. Freeze the dust, freeze, had to freeze the lane. Freeze, camera phone. Turn your lights off. We been on. Came from my block and growed up, guess I'm homegrown, well known. That is my cologne. I put my wrist inside the freezer, came out froze. Ice. I put my heart inside, cause I was chose. I put my heart inside and only God knows. Yeah, the clinics for that baby, wipe this nose. I wipe this nose. What's a leg with till they explode?
Superstars out. Brand new cars. We buy the ball now. Swing doors now. Now smash. Shots and goals. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't ski. Splash. Think about post now on the ground. Man, the leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. Think about post now on the ground. Man, the leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers.
Race with the stars out. Not a boarded house. Get deported out. Moved out for a shot. Marvin the Martian. I'ma put your brain up for auction.
proceed with caution. Skeleton AP is frosted. I sit back and read the offense. Was it did it the Faucets? Chanel bag is ostrich. Stay down, come up in the process. Private jet, yeah. The same diamond milk, yeah. I'ma keep the on welfare. The pink stone real. Bling bling loud, yeah. Mama got style. Brand new car, we by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Now smash, shots and goals, tax. Rock the
Can you hear me, hear me now? 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 Mama watching television, telling me avoid the system. Hoping I ain't lose religion, texting prayer hands, hope the message sending on. Know I've been blessed, I've been seeing prophets, mustard yellow shirts, louder than the broccoli, dancing in my chucks, feeling out of body, say the man got me on. Can you hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me now? God in my system, been the one I'm kissing. One might extensions that'll look like expeditions on. Man, it's too loud. Hear me in your city.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got his man on the crossing route. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there at 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now Rodgers had a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Watch him now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
They'll run it here. This is Rodgers, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Dancing to his left. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Now Tomlinson on the handoff. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite, is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here we go now.
He'll drop to throw. Looking deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And they'll run it here. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll set up a throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Gun!
He'll look to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Drops this off to Tomlinson, complete. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through someone.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one good for 14 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And then look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. And look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game. So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. And they'll go on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And an alley to run. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit. Now
a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Wide open receiver complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The pitch to Tomlinson. About 3 yards there to the 27.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
They'll try and pick it up with Tomlinson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Back to throw here. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Panthers will get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now they try the right side here. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Taking it about the 16. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They go play action here on 1st down. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. handoff. Tomlinson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw here. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down.
All right, here we go.
They'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Jay Gruden's guys unable to convert on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Back to throw now in his own end zone. He hits Rodgers in the flat. And now running right through him.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Let's take it inside his own 40. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Patrick. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing. And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Looking to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Stephon Diggs in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now let's go.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On the counter, it's Tomlinson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Boom, landing.
They'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. They'll set up a throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 27 yards, a big play there on fourth. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to the running game. It's Tomlinson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They go again to Tomlinson. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
This is Tomlinson. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Buying time to his left. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
Back to throw. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
He's going to get it running right. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Falcons are in for 6. And he'll bang that one through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us.
Now the ball comes loose. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Another carry now for Rodgers. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Probably a little bit of a surprise call there on 3rd and inches that they decided to throw the football. And how difficult is that for an offensive line when they look up and see all those extra bodies coming at them?
Tons of bodies coming in. They get a huge sack there. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taking it about the 36. Oh, now he bowls him over. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now back to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Falcons on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. They toss it to Tomlinson. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
On 3rd down, it's Stevens, and he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive. 2 for 2. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure. Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough? Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position. And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Carolina getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Carolina. 43 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did. I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. And give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. In for the score. And the Panthers, they're just an extra point away now from taking the lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did. That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it. Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now. I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point? The kicker. Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time. I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through. I don't know about that. Toe bash. I don't know about that. Super toe. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. On the move to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Peters.
A gain of 6 there on first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Tomlinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. He's going to get it running right. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th. So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for 2.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and run it here. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Here's Tomlinson. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. The Panthers are going to take another timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
And that is incomplete. Jay Gruden's guys unable to convert on 4th down. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He'll look to throw. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
No. Check. Patriot.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and defensively that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Now it's Tomlinson. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like 1 time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging me. Just need a bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even be that, I don't want none of it. He's mad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Got is a laser, my posse deep and I raiding. We act a fool for the paper. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me. Bet on my bacon, big and flat in the bacon. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas, head back to my old ways. Cop a roof for all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke way longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubble. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubble. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all in nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can, yeah, in the limit. Yeah, super fly for the Dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young. Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, but the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That you say you didn't never. I'm a step no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, Lord, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff on. Money, that machine. They fell down my stove. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. Acting like a 9/11 folks. Matte black, liquor clean. Dead presents in and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Pictures thinner than a pantyhose.
Over here into your pockets. I don't do that. You might frisk me. You do what I tell you. Get over here. He's gonna get nasty.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.
I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for a visa. Pouring the show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut, Mayday. Bubbles and I'm these models. It's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock it down. Feel like in the real life, dripping all sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I feel like a boss right now. Talk to the man right now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Feel like the man right now. Your girl on my line right now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Shorty oughta been my me. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. She love me in the gray sweatpants. You never I left, yeah. Feeling like a boss, I done made it. Get so like a spaceship. I swear my life is amazing. Blowing money, no hesitation. Dimes, no basic. I know these be hating, but that's what made me feel like in the real life, dripping all sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. First carry now. This is Johnson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do? Yeah,
I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They pitch it out to Johnson. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Jackson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw here. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And they still need 6 yards here on 3rd down after the penalty. They'll set up to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And that's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Black 99 Philly, here we go.
Jackson from the shotgun. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here now come the Falcons. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
toss right. This is Tomlinson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get it to your back. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. Wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. And just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. And his kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
A first down carry here for Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flushed out right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Here's Jackson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now Jackson on second down, escaping the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. And avoids the contact by sliding. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambled and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, second down.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. And it's up and good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they...
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. On second down, here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And his pass incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
Leopard! Let's go!
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Now let's go! Blue line it!
Looking to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd?
Gone!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So that one will be accepted. So after the penalty, they're back to where they started, 3rd and 10. off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And this one is right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. Now, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced them to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, Jackson being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Quick hitch, complete. It's Patrick. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they'll print it up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Play action. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on all.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll make it third down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on him, and now instead of being
hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now Jackson on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a handoff. Johnson. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
All right, now look at this.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. They'll be caught by Rice. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
When you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was stopping before you get a good head of steam going. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he? And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies it like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game. And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up. In a basketball sense, you'd think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 32 that time. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still,
Gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Falcons on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. The Falcons on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Gone.
He'll look to throw. Going for it all. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was. And Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long.
They've got his man complete. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Still going. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson, flush to his right. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes...
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Lamar Jackson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for 2. This time Jackson will throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. They'll set up a throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The offense on third down tonight, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And on the ground they go with a running back.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Right back to him on 1st down. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Throw right side going to be complete to Moss. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Peters. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now, big third down conversion with a gain of 28. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now back to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Watch it now, Barney!
They're going to look to throw. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Even after the penalty, still a full 7 yards to go on 3rd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game. Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often. But you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Back to throw. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep down. And oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And now running right through it. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there? You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game. What year was that? 1978. I think it was in November. They'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Peters. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing. You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done. So for Atlanta, it's a dream start. 2 wins and
Pulling up in that new toy, the wrist on that boy, rock star like Pink Floyd, waving at rude boy, I'm waving at you boy, ran off on the 2 like True Goy, imagine me do boy, you could never do what I do boy, still up the that I did boy, in Paris for a hit boy, these ain't the same type of hits boy, can get boy. You don't take these type of risks, boy, cause this boy been throwing that like rich boy. You miss, boy. Your numbers don't add up on the... That was 10 years ago. If you know, you know. Yeah. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. This thing of ours, oh, this thing of ours. Her fraternity of... ringing off. I just happen to be alumni. Too legit, they still looking at me with one eye. The company I keep is not corporate enough. Child, you ain't orphan enough. A rapper turn can't morph into us, but a turn rapper can morph into Puff. Dance contest for the I predict Al Roker. If you know, you know. I only ever looked up to. You all get a bird, this Oprah. Players in ball shorts, coaching from the side of the ball court. If you know, you know. One stop like a Walmart. We got the for the wrong sport. You know, you know. If you know about the port, though it's supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we for circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know. You ever been hit with the water, then had to wait? Do you walk away? If you know, you know. When we all clicking like Golden State, and you and your team are the motorcade. If you know, you know. Been granting wishes like a genie to bad in 2-piece bikinis. I've been hiding where you can see me. The skybox is right next to Riri's. Solely responsible for showing rappers how to stand on the front lines when started throwing bands. Where were you when Big brought the Tigers in? Cause I was busy earning stripes like a tiger skin. layers and ball shorts, coaching from the side of the ball court. If you know, you know. One stop like a Walmart. We got the for the wrong sport. You know, you know. If you know about the port, though it's supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we for circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.